Welcome back to the Florida Cine Group here in Chicago with Peter Yastrow. It's Freaky Friday, Friday the 13th. Let's get into the zone, folks, the CMZ zone. Lots going on today. Where are you seeing the market today, Peter?
Well, there's been a lot of people who were caught off sides. They thought that things were getting better. They saw some numbers improving. They thought that the Fed minutes gave them reason to get bullish on the economy. And then wham, we got sidetracked with the bad unemployment report and the realization from a lot of people that it doesn't matter how low you cut interest rates, and it doesn't matter how aggressively you try to drive interest rates. If no one has any good ideas out there, the economy is not going to pick up.
Right, and folks, we saw this market rock to the lower. It's a 200-point loss earlier. Saw the pair of the gains yesterday. We saw rumors about that China GDP coming out stronger, so they bought the FXI. Here we talked about that, copper, gold, oil, and it actually disappointed a little bit. So today we're seeing that price relents a little bit, but right now we're seeing that 10-year back under 2%. We're seeing the overall triple-digit loss on Dow Jones. What's ahead next week? I'm actually looking at Europe, which seems littered with potholes over there. What are your thoughts? What is going to bring us lower?
Well, I think the fear of Europe right now has given us a little bit of reason to take a breather. If Europe next week becomes another week of politicians and boredom, look for the U.S. dollar to get hit again.
Okay.
The U.S. dollar is weak because interest rates here are not going up at all.
But
as the dollar weakens, that means every commodity out there is going to become more expensive. So I look for Europe to become more calm next week, and the response will be gold, oil, and all commodities will get more expensive as the U.S. dollar weakens.
And I know a lot of folks are talking about when we do see a down day, the QE3 ebb and flow, this continued QE3 fodder comes out. So every time the market comes off, we're just seeing a risk-on rally because the Fed's playing the policy. How are you trading that next week, specifically in like a euro-dollar pick?
Yeah, again, we've got a euro-dollar curve here with a nice kink in it, right at 2013, 14, 15, because Fed has said we're on hold through the end of 2014. So you can see it actually in the futures market. You see that kink in Fed policy where they've held things. But as far as the QE3s and QE4s and why they're not working, let's remember, the last 10 years, every time the Fed cut rates, we'd go out there and build another house. We'd get a lower mortgage and we'd spur the economy further. But we've really beat that horse to death. And now they keep pushing on this accelerator and there's nothing happening. And I think that over time, the Fed's going to just have to keep doing what they're doing because they're mandated. But I don't think the results are going to be anything close to what we've expected or seen in the past.
Well, you heard it here, folks. We're riding that horse right into the glue factory. Peter Yastrow, I'm at The Killer. Follow us on Twitter. Love your banter back and forth. And one other thing from the floor of the CME Group on this Freaky Friday, be the hammer,
not the nail.